Hey Heirloom, Coach Sean here with Wednesday's workout description. The workout for Wednesday is for time, and it is burpee box jump overs. The number that you're trying to reach is 100, which is a lot, and we'll talk about how to modify that appropriately. But you're doing 100 burpee box jump overs for time. However, you're going to alternate working for a minute, resting for a minute. So when you start your clock, you're going to do as many burpee box jump overs as you can do in that first minute. When that first minute is up, you stop, you rest until that minute is up, or when the clock is at 2 minutes. When the clock is at 2 minutes, you resume your burpee box jump overs. You work again for that minute, and you keep that going. Work for a minute, rest for a minute. This is a great workout if you want to partner up with somebody virtually. That'd be wicked cool, where obviously when you're working, they rest. When they're working, you rest. It could be a fun way to do that if you want to match up with somebody and tackle it that way. But again, one movement, burpee box jump over, 100 of them. Your time is whenever you finish your 100th burpee box jump over, including rest. So we have a goal of trying to finish in under 24 minutes. And if you read the description on Wodify, Kara has put out a little carrot to see if anybody can actually go under 20 minutes. So nice little incentive to get out there and move. So first, the burpee. Obviously, think about you're doing 100 of these, so modify appropriately. Depending on where you're at with your burpee, you may just want to go down into a plank and come back up. So that would just be a step back, step up, or step back, step back up. If that's where you're at with your modification, if you can do a little bit more, you may want to step back, come down to the ground, come back up, and then step up. And obviously when you're thinking about heart rate, you want to obviously pick something that will keep you moving during that minute and not completely gas you, but maximize the amount of reps that you can get. And then of course you could do your typical burpee where you jump back, chest to the ground, jump back up, both feet. Make sure the chest does hit the ground if you are going to do the full burpee. For the box jump up, again, modify appropriately. Step ups are perfectly fine. You actually don't have to come to full height though, so if you wanted to kind of expedite the process, a quick little step up and over is actually legal because it's not just a box jump, it's a box jump over. So you do not have to come to full extension at the top when you are doing your box jump. So step ups are great if you can jump. Obviously jumping is wonderful. Again though, because you don't have to go to full extension, if you have the ability to kind of just hop over quickly, because again, you're going to get that minute of rest. Now, I've not done this yet, so my plan is actually to stop talking, turn up the music, feel this one, and then come back to you with maybe some things that I realized, some advice, some pointers, some things maybe that I can't think of now because I haven't done it. So I'll do it. And then I'll see you in a few minutes. Time to dance. A little nervous. averaging 10 around. I'm 5 through, which means I'm on pace to do it in 20. I want to press to do 11, but the heart rate, the legs are so tired. So I think I'm just going to keep banging out 10s with the maybe 2 or 3 rounds to go try to do an 11. That was a doozy. It's a great workout though. The minute on, minute off is an interesting flair instead of just having to plow through it. Changes up your mindset a little bit, maybe your approach. I found after that first round when I did 10, I kind of made that my benchmark, my goal. I didn't think I went too fast that first round. And I knew obviously the fatigue was going to accumulate, but I felt like that was something I could hold on to. The other thing that happened was I would fatigue at like 7 or 8, no matter what. So I purposely tried to go a little quicker, minute, but just those first couple just kind of get a little ground so that when I got tired, if I paused a little bit, I still could get the 10 in, which was the goal each time. Depending on how savvy you are with a clock, I use the EMOM on that app that everybody seems to be sharing, because then I didn't have to think. It would tell me when it was time to go. It actually says halfway, so I knew I needed to be done with my 5th burpee before it said halfway. And then later on, I was getting into the 6th one. That's when I knew I could possibly do 11 in a round. So that was really nice to have, but then you got to be able to do the math to know how many minutes you actually worked out for. So if you're not getting an even number each round, that could be a lot of numbers in your head. You have time to write stuff down. Being a runner, I'm good at time math. I'm not good at algebra or trig or calc, but I can time math my brains out. So that worked for me. So I did it in 18:45. I'm wicked happy about that. Like I said, the goal was to go under 20, so I went after it. And I knew when I did 10 in the first minute that there was a chance for it. Anyway, more about you guys in the workout. So remember, it's a burpee box jump over. So if you noticed, if you watched, I know I sped up me, but you burpee one side, you jump up, you come down to the other side, you do a burpee. So even if you're stepping up, you're still stepping over. You don't come back down on the same side. If you're going to do a burpee, make sure your chest does hit the ground. I like wider feet on my burpee. I feel like it's easier to get to the ground. The other thing that I noticed early on was I was landing, let me turn it this way. I was landing here and then jumping. And later rounds, I started jumping purposefully here. For some reason, for me, it felt easier to make the jump up further and the jump down quicker than the jump up quick and the jump down further. So in my later rounds, I was purposely trying to jump and get my feet further up on the box. As you get tired, it's amazing what jump 1 and 2 feel like compared to 7, 8, 9, even the step-ups. So I really was kind of trying to be emphatic in my later rounds of really getting my feet up. I got that nice little scar there. These can do some damage. So even with the step up, don't get lazy where you're trying to get another rep out and you go to step and catch that. That can hurt just as much as jumping. So make sure the quads are going to go. So as they go, really think about your form. Try to land soft. Sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. Obviously, as I got tired, I was making more noise, it seemed like. And if you don't have a box, you know, you can step up on a sturdy chair. Kara has even done where you could put out like a broomstick off of a sofa, something like, you know, if this was your sofa, you could pinch it in between the cushions and jump over the handle of the broom or the mop or whatever. So you're still getting that jumping in between each round or stepping over it. You know, modify as you need. Modify your burpees, you know, be smart about them. If jumping back is going to gas you, just step back. You know, and just be smart about how you modify it. And yeah, that's a good workout. That was the zinger. So any questions, post them in the comment area. Excited to see your scores, and get after it, Heirloom. Have a good day.